In this video, I want to give you a question, which is, what is your dream in the future?
NASA の方で働きたい。それは将来の夢。
In my country, in Japan, it's really important to have qualifications. That's going to be very beneficial when you do job hunting in Japan. Do you think in this country, having the qualification is important? Do people care about it? Or
I think qualifications are important, but I think equally as important is...
Hello everyone, hi guys. ごめん皆さんご機嫌いかがでしょうか。今日も可能性無限大。This is タロサックということで、今日の動画では外国人に聞いた将来の夢は何というテーマでやっていきたいと思います。いろんなテーマで私タロサック今までですね外国人へのインタビュー動画を撮影してYouTube に投稿してきてるんですけど、どうしても時にね、ネタが思い浮かばなかったりとか撮影したいトピックがなかったりとかでね、実際しょぼくれることもあって、この前も暗い顔して友達と焼肉食べてたんですよ。噛み切れないタイプのホルモンずっと右の奥歯で噛んでさ、そんな右ばっかりで噛んじゃう僕を見かねたのか何なのか友達がね唐突に聞いてきたんですよね。将来の夢って何なのって。いや将来の夢って言われても Oh my god Oh my god、こんな大きなテーマを私はまだインタビューしていなかった。ということでですね、今日はここオーストラリアのシドニーにいる日本人以外に、あなたの将来の夢は何ですかというテーマでインタビューしていきたいと思います。昨今の日本を生きる若者と求めるキャリアに違いはあるのかとか、どんな未来を手にしたいと思っているのかとか、いろいろ深いところまでね今日は聞いていきたいと思います。僕のチャンネルでは様々なトピックに関する外国人のインタビュー動画を毎週配信してます。見るだけで頭の中がグローバル化すること間違いなし。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。概要欄にあるタロサックの公式 LINE では18歳まで僕美度すら分からなかったところから今英語を話せるようになったんですけどね、どうやって英語を話せるようになったのか、その勉強方法を経験から、皆さんにお伝えさせていただいたりとか、それから来てくれた方全員に英会話の初めの一歩となる機会を提供させていただいております。年齢も関係ないし今の英語力も全く関係ない。英語を話せるようになりたいなと少しでも思う方がいれば、ぜひ概要欄のリンクからタロサックの公式 LINE 友達追加してください。ということで今日も早速行きましょう。 Where are you from?
I grew up in Australia.
Oh, you're from Australia?
Yes.
Oh, you have like a different background or?
Yes. So my dad is Lebanese and my mum is from Mauritius.
Okay. Well, in Australia, people are usually from everywhere, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very normal thing in this country.
Yes, we're very multicultural.
Yeah, okay. What do you do as a career? Or do you study or?
I study and I work at the moment.
Yeah.
So I study psychology and neuroscience at the University of Sydney back there.
Sounds very smart. Yeah?
And I also work as a content creator and reviewer at an online education platform called Atomy. The office is just around the corner from the uni, so it's a great job to have while you're studying.
Oh, right. So you make contents too?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a Japanese YouTuber as well.
Oh,
well, I have
yes.
education. I have an English school as well online.
Okay.
So in this video, I want to ask you a question, which is going to be, what is your dream in the future? I googled what the most popular dreams of Japanese kids and teenagers, and it says they're teachers, doctors, and chefs, athletes, obviously, YouTubers.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they say on Google.
Interesting.
What did you used to want to be when you're kids in your future?
When I was a kid, I was very motivated to become a medical doctor.
Medical doctor?
Yes, that was a very big, career goal for me. I was very young when I was like, I think becoming a doctor would be a, really fun and very enjoyable and rewarding profession to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that was the goal for a long time, but then things changed.
Things changed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you about that. This is a different question from a different perspective. In my country, in Japan, it's really important to have qualifications when you do a job hunting, especially. For example, many people get English qualifications, which is called TOEIC or IELTS. Maybe you have heard of IELTS.
Yes.
To show that, I've learned English. And that's going to be very beneficial when you do job hunting in Japan. And also, some of my friends get the bookkeeping qualifications, which is very typical. Do you think in this country, having the qualification is important? Do people care about it? Or?
I think qualifications are important, but I think equally as important is experience.
Experience.
So work experience is very important in this country. Most employers interviews, they'll look at two people's transcripts. If they have similar results, but one person has work experience and the other one doesn't, the person with work experience is more likely to get the job.
Right.
Yes, so that is, I think, in Australia, it's very important to have both your qualifications and your experience because that shows that you're a well-rounded, very versatile employee.
Right. It sounds very interesting because back in Japan, when you're a student, I feel like it sounds like you shouldn't be working and you should concentrate on study and at the same time, get the qualification as much as you can. But from your story, I feel like in this country, you study hard, but at the same time, start building experience bit and bit, when you're growing up. And then when you start really doing the job hunting, boom, you have a bit of experience and they're going to look at it. More than qualifications, I guess.
Yes, probably about the same amount, sometimes even more so. Depends what job you want to get. For example, I know that in the legal field, a lot of the time, so many people graduate with law degrees, but it's the people who have had experience working in like law firms or legal offices, they're the ones who employers look upon more favorably.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is really important to know. When you look for a job, maybe in this country or in a Western country, this story can help you to achieve the job. Last question is going to be obviously like this. You used to want to be medical doctor, but you said things have changed now. What is your dream in the future?
I started my science degree at Sydney University doing psychology and neuroscience, and I am just so fascinated by that field, and I really want to explore it even more. So now I actually want to go into research.
Research?
Yes, I think research is a very underrated and also very rewarding pathway because you realize when you're in research that you are a very small part of a gigantic whole that's kind of advancing the fields of knowledge.
Right.
And I think it's just that to me is very rewarding. And so that's why the dream changed.
Well, medical doctor sounds already very fantastic to me, but like you said, if you're a researcher, maybe you can find something that hasn't still exist in this country, and maybe that can help so many people more than by being a doctor or something like that.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm hoping that you can achieve your dream one day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, because one thing I know is that you're really good at talking and you have opinion in yourself.
Oh, thank you.
I believe in you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Where are you from?
I'm from the U.S., Connecticut specifically.
Are you a student?
Yes.
What do you study?
I'm studying English and performing arts.
Performing arts. So you want to work in like music industry in the future, is it?
Yes. Ideally, I'm not sure specifically, but I love writing and I love music. So maybe music journalism, something of the sort.
Sounds
combine
cool.
it. Yeah.
Sounds cool. In this video today, I want to give you a question, which is, what is your dream in the future? I googled what the most popular dreams of Japanese kids and teenagers, and it says they're like teachers, doctors, anime creators, chefs, and YouTubers nowadays. This is very like 2022 like. What did you used to want to be when you're kids in your future?
When I was younger, I always wanted to be an actress, I think.
Actress.
I was a big theater kid, so that was the idea in my head when I was little.
American dream. American dream. What do you think is the like typical and the popular ones that kids dream of in the US?
When kids are younger, I'd say it's a lot of the movie star, pop star, but as we've gotten older, I've noticed that a lot of my friends, their dreams now are to be like finance businessmen or like
Oh my god. Very realistic. In Japan, it's very important to have like qualifications to get the job that you dream of, or like to get a good job in a good company, big company, which make you feel like it's safe to work there. It's very stable. So many people try to get the qualifications such as TOEIC, IELTS, that they are English certificate. So you can show that I know a bit of English, or bookkeeping qualifications. This is very popular one. Is it important to have qualifications in the US to get a good job, or?
Most people you ask will say yes. Like the majority of kids I grew up with want to go to college so they can get a degree that will lead them to opportunities for a high-paying job. Personally, I don't think it matters that much. I think different paths for different people, and there's no correct path. So if you're not a school person and there's something else you want to do with your life, I don't think it's necessary to take that route if you don't feel it's for you.
Well, you just talked about the degree of the universities and stuff. In Japan, if you want to work in a big company, they require you to have a good bachelor degree from like good university. Is it like that in the US as well? Like if you want to work in Goldman Sachs or something?
Yeah, so that's like one of the most competitive places to work. So you'll probably need a degree from a top university or have a connection of some sort to get an internship. So yeah, in the case of working at a huge finance firm or a huge company, usually more opportunities are available to you if you have a degree or a graduate business degree or something of the sort, but it's not necessary for all jobs. But
it's good to have that.
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, I'm not a business person, so I don't know too much about the requirements, but I know if you want to do accounting, there are some certifications you have to get to work at top firms. So
it sounds like you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like that. So last question is going to be like this. What is your dream in the future, and also why, and what do you do usually to achieve the dream?
Honestly, my dream right now is probably a little unclear. When I think of dream, I think more of the people who I'm with rather than maybe my occupation. So to have a family, to live in a place where I'm surrounded by people I trust and care about. If I'm talking occupation-wise, just something where I can be creative. Like I said, I love writing, I love music, surrounded by other people who value the arts and those type of things.
Do you do something in your daily life to achieve that sort of a lifestyle in the future? Or
I think just meeting new people and listening to other people's stories is one of the best ways to grow as a person. In my case, I listen to different types of music, I read different books, or just try to find out why other people like the music that they do or why it's important to them. I think that's what'll help me reach a greater level of understanding in that field.
Thank you very much for your opinion.
No problem.
Nice
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That was very helpful. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia, Sydney.
Okay. What do you do as a career, or do you study at the moment?
Yeah, I study at UTS just across the road.
Oh, University of Sydney Technology.
I think. I don't really know.
You don't really know.
As
Okay.
well.
What do you study?
I'm doing communication.
Communications.
Yeah.
I like having communication.
Yeah.
Especially with this kind of beautiful girl, you know.
Great, thank you.
This is how you make a compliment, guys.
There you go.
In this video, I want to give you a question, which is, what is your dream in the future? What did you used to want to be when you're kids in the future?
When I was younger, I wanted to be an actor, which was so much like I wouldn't want to do that now. But I think now I would just want to do something. I don't even care about the job, to be honest. I just want to feel like fulfilled. I don't really care what specifically it is. It's more about like who's around me and like how I feel. But I guess as a job, like maybe something in advertising and like like in an office job and like a stable income. But yeah, I'm not too fussed on like where I go, just like who I'm around, you know?
So you don't really have a specific occupation that you want to work for, but you just want to have the environment, which is very, very important though, because I used to work in a big real estate company back in Japan. Great companies.
Exactly, but
I don't complain, but the workers, the people around me, like they're nice people, but I just didn't get along with those people, and that was so stressful.
I agree. I think it like people can do jobs that they've always wanted to do, but like at the end of the day, if you're not like, you know, you're not in a happy place, it doesn't actually matter if you're doing your dream job, you know?
Definitely,
Yeah.
As an Australian person, what do you think is like the typical and the popular job for the kids want to work for in this country?
Usually it's just like standard jobs like teacher, lawyer, doctor, but Australia has like a lot of really ambitious people and like people who want to do things that aren't as much just like the standard like, but yeah, I think they're the main ones.
Yeah, teachers and doctors. So last question is going to be obviously like this. Well, you said you want to work in somewhere maybe about advertisement. What made you think so? And do you do something in your daily life to achieve, you know, ideal future?
I did do psychology before this, and I thought originally that I wanted to do something in psychology, and I was doing a degree in that at UNSW, but then I just, after studying it a bit, it just, I don't know, I didn't think that it would be something that I would necessarily work towards. So now in advertising, I obviously do my degree in it.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be doing steps towards it. But I guess I'll wait until near the end of my degree and then I'll do like an internship to try get into it. And
internship is very important.
yeah,
is it?
I think so. I think that's kind of how you set yourself up to get the job you want to do.
Okay. I'm hoping that you can get the ideal jobs in the future. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Where are you from?
I grew up in Japan, but I'm Australian Canadian.
Australian Canadian. What? You said you grew up in
I grew
Japan?
up in Japan. I was born and raised in Japan.
Oh, what? Really? あれ日本語喋れます？
日本語喋れます。
あら、どうし日本語の方がいいですか？
日本語でも大丈夫
あ、日本語で大丈夫ですか？どうしよう。日本語いきなり日本語緊張しちゃうな。なんで日本で生まれて育ったんですか？
ママとパパは、
はい、
日本で仕事してる。ママはイベントのプロデューサー、そしてお父さんの方はアディダスで仕事してる。
あ、そうなんだ。
そう、僕は日本生まれでもう18年ぐらい住んでた。
あ、そうなんですね。で、いつオーストラリアに？
今年の2月に来た。
今年の2月。
そう、めっちゃ最近。
めっちゃ最近。日本は住んでたけど、ママとパパとずっと English でコンバセーションするから、どっちかというと First Language は English みたいな。
違う。First Language は日本語だった。
あ、そう。
生まれた時から日本語喋って日本語の保育園に行って、それから英語習った。
あ、そうなんだ。
めっちゃ不思議。
めっちゃ不思議。
そう。
で、今日なんですけど、ここオーストラリアのシドニーでその将来の夢をね聞いてるんですよ。今お仕事してる？それとも学生さんですか？
今は学生だけど仕事もしてる。
あ、そうですか。
そう。
学生はユニバーシティ。
ユニバーシティのセニーの方でやってます。
セニーユニバーシティで何学んでるんですか？
フィジックスとエンジニアリング。
フィジックスとエンジニアリング。Two majors。
ダブルメジャー。
あ、そう。オーストラリアダブルメジャーなの？
ある。
あ、そうなんだ。
めっちゃきついけどやってる。
欲張りだな。できついけどやれることはやれるんだ。
やれる。そう。
なるほど。お仕事は？
仕事は今はバスケのレフェリーしてる。
バスケね、今してるとこ邪魔しちゃいましたけど。
あと日本の家族とかにチューターしてる。なんか勉強させてる。
あ、なるほどなるほど。でそしたら質問が、日本のその将来の夢って何ですかみたいな質問をすると、日本のキッズとかティーネイジャーは最近だと先生になりたい、お医者さんになりたい、あとはそのパティシエとかね、シェフとかもいるし、今はねアニメクリエイターとか YouTuber っていう人もねいっぱいいるんですよ。すごい2022年っぽい感じでそんな感じなんですけど、お兄さん小さい頃は
何になりたかった？日本語ってなんていうかわかんないけどアストロノ
アストロノ宇宙飛行士。
そう。
で
も最近はあんまりなんかローラーコースターあんまりきついから
そっち
多分 NASA の方で働きたい。それは将来の夢。
なるほど。ちなみにお兄さんいくつですか今？
僕19歳。
19歳。
そう。
You wants to work in NASA。
そう。
Wow, that's a big dream, man. NASA で働きたいってなると、僕はね、NASA ってすごい企業っていうのは分かるんですけど、何をしたらいいのかっていうのがちょっと全然分からない。日本だと、例えばいいカンパニーで働きたいとか、理想の仕事が欲しい場合は資格がすごい大事。日本人は TOEIC とか取るじゃないですか。英検とか IELTS、それから簿記とかいろんなね、ブックキーピングいろんなの取るんですけど、そういうの大事ですか？
英語かどうか喋るかはあんまり関係ないけど、そのなんかフィジックスとエンジニアリングが即クラスで1番2番ぐらいだったら一番それが便利になる。
あ、なるほど。そのバチュラーディグリーももちろん必要だけど、そのクラスの成績も見られる。それも見られるんだ。
あとなんかクラス以外のなんかパッション、なんかクラスだけで勉強しなくても、家に帰ったら家で何をするみたいなもの。そう、なんか勉強に似てないものを勉強してるみたいなもの。それがNASA はなんか面白い人が欲しいだから、なんか毎日勉強ばっかりじゃない方がいいの。
面白いっていうのは何かこう NASA で働いてくれたら何か作り出してくれるような人が欲しい。
そうぴったりそう。
なるほど。じゃあ言い方悪いけどガリ勉みたいな、ずっと勉強してるのはノーみたいな感じで。
その人もあるけど、NASA は最近もっとなんかイントレスティングストイックな人が欲しい。
お兄さんはじゃあ小さい頃からアストロノーツになりたかったけど、今はNASA で働きたいという夢を持ってるんですけど、最後になぜ NASA に入りたいんですか？
僕はフィジックスとエンジニアリングが大好きなの。なんか小さい頃からレゴ大好きだった。
なるほどなるほど。
毎日週末ママレゴ欲しい。でもなんか年1回ぐらいしかもらってなくても、時でもなんか作るのが大好きだった。だからそのなんかパッションを NASA に持ってきてなんか作りたい。あとなんか宇宙が大好きだから、もうぴっ ったりだと思う。
本当にそのフィールドをお兄さんは愛してるんですね。なるほど、そのパッションをぜひ叶えられるように頑張ってください。
頑張ります。
ありがとうございます。 Thank you very much。
Thank you very much。
はい、ということで、やばいな、今日は本当にいい話めっちゃ聞けた。もう考え方とかもすっごい勉強になりました。オーストラリアってあれですね、やっぱり日本とかに比べて資格よりも、経験が大事だから、若い頃から勉強しながらも経験を少しずつ積んでいくっていう、インターンシップとかですごく日本よりも重宝されているのかなと、オーストラリアだけじゃないと思うんですけどね。あとはやっぱりみんなの熱い思い、夢を持ってそれに対する熱い思いとか、すごく聞いてて僕もね熱くなりましたし、心が引き締まる。それからこの動画を、僕のチャンネル見てくれている人っていうのは、若い世代の人も結構いるんですけど、お父さんお母さんの世代もいっぱいいますので、自分のね、息子とか、こういう環境で勉強させたいなと思った、そういうふうに思った人も結構多いんじゃないでしょうか。実際ね、蓋を開けてみるとめちゃめちゃ外国人の授業料高いっていうね、現実はあるんですけど、私も個人的に夢ありますので、その夢をねしっかり叶えられるように、こういった動画を今後も、どんどん出していきたいと思います。皆さんもですね、自分の夢とかいろいろ思うところがあれば、コメントで共有していただけたらなと思います。冒頭でも紹介したタロサックの公式 LINE では、僕ね18歳まで本当に美動詞と分かる英語力全くのゼロ、ただ今こうやって英語を話せるようになりました。その勉強の過程、経験から言える、やっぱり英会話を学ぶためにはこういうことをやっておかなきゃいけないよということを資料にして皆さんにお渡しさせていただいたりとか、英会話の初めの一歩となる機会を来てくれた方全員に提供させていただいております。確かに、海外のね語学学校とか行ったり大学行ったらお金はめちゃめちゃかかります。でも実は知ってればやれることっていっぱいあるんですね。なので、年齢も関係ないし今の英語力も関係ない、英語を話せるようになりたいなと思う人がいれば、ぜひ概要欄のリンクからタロサックの公式 LINE 友達追加してください。外国人ってこんな夢を抱いてるんだって。海外では資格よりも経験の方が重宝されるんだって。自分もさ、こんなアンビシャスな人たちと学びたい。自分の子供をこんな環境に飛び込ませたい。この動画を見ることでそんな風に思い始めちゃってるあなたがそこにいるのであれば、見るだけで頭の中グローバル化しちゃったんだよ。最後まで見てくれた皆さんありがとうございます。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録忘れずに、高評価も忘れずに、また次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。